What's fair for on-farm versus off-farm heirs in farm succession? Imagine passing down a farm to your children and wondering how to keep everyone happy. It's a common question that mixes money, family, and future plans. When a farm moves to the next generation, some heirs will keep farming, others won't. The challenge is making sure each person feels treated fairly. Most families try to split assets equally, but that often doesn't work well for farms. If the farm is divided equally without planning, the on-farm heir might get too little land or equipment to run the business. They could end up needing to buy land from siblings or borrow money, which can cause stress and debt. Farms usually don't generate enough cash to buy out other heirs easily. So, if one heir gets 1/3 of the farm and others get cash or non-farm assets, it can create imbalance. The farming heir might struggle to keep the farm alive or face tough choices, like selling land or taking on debt. That's why it's important to understand fairness versus simple equality. Equal means everyone gets the same dollar amount or percentage. Fair means each heir gets what they need or deserve based on their role and contribution. For example, a child who helped build the farm or plans to farm should get enough assets to continue operations. Off-farm heirs, who won't be involved in farming, should receive assets like rental properties, investments, or mineral rights that generate income. For on-farm heirs, the goal is to give enough land, equipment, and buildings so they can keep farming without constant negotiations. Sometimes, parents transfer control during their lifetime through sales or gifts. Selling assets provides retirement income, while gifts might avoid taxes. When land is valuable, parents might use trusts, limited liability companies, or long-term leases to keep ownership in the family but give the farming heir access to land. For example, a trust might lease land to the heir for many years at a low cost, so they can farm without owning everything outright. Off-farm heirs should get assets that match the value of what the farm would have been. This could be rental properties, mineral rights, or retirement accounts. If there aren't enough non-farm assets, families can set up arrangements where the farm is inherited but the heir agrees to buy out siblings over many years. Life insurance policies are also helpful, providing cash to off-farm heirs without affecting the farm's operation. Valuation can cause disagreements. Some heirs see farmland as a family legacy, while others view it as a financial asset. Professional appraisals help, but differences in land value, whether for farming or development, can still cause tension. Debt is another tricky point. If the farm has a lot of debt, the on-farm heir might inherit a heavy burden, while off-farm heirs get debt-free assets. Parents need to consider whether the farm can support debt payments and still stay productive. Talking openly about plans early on helps avoid surprises. When heirs understand why assets are divided a certain way, they're more likely to accept it. Explaining that non-farm heirs are valued equally, even if they don't inherit from assets, can prevent resentment. Starting planning early gives families time to create strategies that work well for everyone. Waiting until parents are older or unwell often leads to default legal rules that split everything equally, which can threaten the farm's future. Research shows farms that go beyond simple equal division tend to stay in the family longer. The best plans keep the farm intact as a working operation while giving non-farm heirs assets that suit their needs. This approach takes careful planning, good advice, and honest family talks. When done right, it helps both farming and non-farming heirs feel fairly treated, and it keeps the farm working for generations to come. For anyone involved in farmland investment or managing agricultural real estate, understanding these ideas is key to making sure farms stay productive and families stay united.